Okay guys, welcome back to our next episode of our tutorial series. We've been lacking on the videos due to some stuff that's going on, and I've also been trying to work on some stuff on my own, and I'm going to show you today how to create this meat dropping system for our cow, and then we're going to pick it up and it's going to add to our count at the bottom. That's what we're going to do today. So let's get right into the video. Make sure to subscribe, and let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so in our animal folder, we're going to go to our cows and we're going to create our meat, and it's just going to be a block for now. We can add a model later on in the series if we have time. We're just getting through it. We're going to get the mechanics done first, then make the game look good. So what we want to do is create a blueprint class, and this is going to be just an actor, and because it's just going to be our meat, we're going to call it meaty. So if we open this up, it's just going to be our little default sphere thingy. So what we're just going to do is add a cube. We've got a basic cube. Look at that, beautiful. And we're just going to scale it up, scale it down, like so. Right, there's our meat, and this is, we're just going to rename this to meat, and then we want to change the color to our damaged color, just so it's got a red color, because that's what meat is, red color. So we're obviously going to have cooked meat and all that, but so to actually pick up the meat, we need to trigger a sequence of characters. So we're going to add a trigger onto our meat component, and the way we're going to do this is just duplicate it and put it on there and call it we're going to call it trigger. So this is our trigger. So we want to come down onto this side panel and simulate, generate collision, whatever, on, and we want to disable visibility, so we don't want it to be visible. And here, this collision thing, we want this collision preset to be trigger. So we save that. That's all we need to do here for now. We'll come back to it afterwards. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to go into our cow blueprint, and when the cow dies, we want it to spawn in, like the meat. So if we go down to here, where it says set loop 0, probably won't be there for you, but we need that anyway. We can see this branch. If the health is, well, not equal to, if the cow is dead, basically, if health is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so if it's true, then we're going to set our loop to 0, because we already have a loop going on, and we don't want that to be like any other number. And we're going to create a while loop. Because we want multiple to spawn, but we don't want to have like 3, 3, 3. We want it to be random. So we're going to do if the condition of loop. So if we get loop, what's it called? Woman, give me that. Get loop. Okay, so if loop is less than, and let's do a random integer. Nope. We're gonna range. In range. Here we go. So this is our random integer. We're gonna do 1 to 5. So 1 to 5. So if our loop, and then so this is how many times our loop will go for. So loop is less than 1 to 5, and then we want to spawn actor from class, and we want to spawn our meat. So we're just going to type meat in there, and now our transform is just going to be our location of the cow, this cow BP. So we're going to get the world location, because if we get the actor location, it's just gonna stay in that one location, it won't move with the cow. So we can just put that in there. That's our world location, and once that's completed we can destroy the cow. So that's just destroying the cow. And finally we just need to set our loop to loop +1 plus integer and get loop. Boom, easy stuff. So now what this will do is when we hit the cow, if we kill it, it will spawn in a thing 5 times. However, it will not fall to the ground, and I'll show you why. So there you go, it's just stuck in one position, it hasn't fallen like we want it to. So what we can do is we can go back into our meat, go to this meat thing, and where it says simulate physics, just tick that box. It's literally, that's it, and it will fall. So if we find a cow, let's run over here, let's go find it, come here boy. Alright, so if we hit the cow, 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, so there's our meat, and we can jump over it, do whatever, but we want to run over it and pick it up. So how do we do this? Well, we created a trigger at the start of this episode, and with this trigger we can use our script to trigger when the character has hit the thing. So let's go into our event graph in our meat blueprint, click this trigger static mesh, and go down to events, and you can select any of these events. We're going to do on component begin overlap. So we've got this overlap, so every time some other actor goes over our actor here, so our other actor is just going to be our third person character, and we can get our third person character by casting to it, and simple. So once we've casted, we want to destroy the actor. Simple, but we want a UI that shows us that we've collected the meat. So how do we get that UI? So first of all, we need to create a variable, obviously. We're actually going to do it in the third person thing. Delete that. So we've got that. We're going to go into our third person character. So our third person character, go to our event graph, and we're going to create a variable called inventory meat, and this variable will act as our variable for all of it. Instead of having to do 3 variables, we can do 2. So from here, once you've created that variable, so we want to set the inventory meat. We want to set inventory meat. There we go. We want to set inventory meat to, so once we've hit it, we want to plus equal to 1. So if we do plus integer, and then we get inventory, so we get inventory meat like so. So what this does is, as we cast to our third person character, we're going to get our inventory meat from the third person character and plus equal it to 1 every time we overlap. So, and then it will destroy the actor. So what we can do now is we can create a widget, which I've already done, and we can set it to our inventory meat variable, which is easy to do, and I will show you how I've done that now. Okay, so I've created a basic 0. I've duplicated this like so, and easy to do, just duplicate, Control-C, Control-V, and I've put it there. And we're going to go to this right hand side, and we're going to go to our text, which is here, and we're going to bind it to, we're going to create a binding, which should just be create binding, and it will come up in this area here, and this won't be here, but what we can do is we can go into our event graph, and we can cast to our third person character, and where it says get material wood, we want to get our inventory meat too. And we just want to set a new variable called meat amount, or whatever you want to call it, to this inventory meat. We can save that, and we can go back into our thing, and all you've got to do is get the variable and just plug it into here. And that is basically it. And what we can do now is press play, and we can find a cow, one right here. We can kill the cow. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I missed my shot. Boom. So we've dropped meat, and if we go over it, we just collected 2 meat, as you can see in the bottom. So we've got our wood and our meat variables set up, and we're going to create a UI in the next episode for our inventory, which will be interesting because I can't wait for that. Soon enough we will have daily videos again. This will be the last week where we wouldn't. I'll probably do 2 every 2 days because I have exams, but it's chill. We can do, the holidays are next week, so we can do a ton of videos for you guys, which is going to be interesting. So make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to comment what you think should be added into this series and game, and I'll make sure to think about it and see how we can add it in the next few episodes. So I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll make sure to get a video out in the next few days, and I'll see you guys in the next video.